Hello, everyone. Welcome to Moon Mage. This is weekly tarot messages. Pick a message 1 through 4. So I always tell everybody to give themselves a second to feel into which message is speaking to them. And these messages are essentially just quick snapshots of the energies, potential challenges, along with some guidance and advice to help navigate your week ahead. And I always say the same thing, that no matter when you land on these, regardless of the dates that they come with, is when you were meant to hear them. So not to get too worried about the dates. Also want to quickly mention there is a new moon that just took place yesterday, Saturday, the 29th, and this energy is very much in play for the next 6 months. It was a very powerful new moon in Aries under a solar eclipse. This energy is very catalyzing, and it brings about a lot of new beginnings and big endings that will culminate over the next 6 months. And I say this to say it's really important to understand that the things that we're doing now are going to have far-reaching consequences. So we really want to be leaning into what it is that we desire right now, what's really important and what we need to let go. So if you're interested, I have a video out about the energies for the new moon. It's a new moon reading. You can have a look at that. I also have just a quick 5-minute meditation that I put out to help connect to the best aspects and energies that this new moon energy is bringing. Again, if you're interested, you can have a look at that as well. If you have been enjoying these videos and you'd like to see more, it really helps me out if you could give me a like, subscribe, or comment. Then I know that I'm doing things that are resonating with people and I can bring more of it to you. So I'm going to get started here with message number 1. So if you haven't given yourself a second to feel into 1 through 4, do that now, and we'll get going here. Hello, message 1. I pull a card for my beautiful message 1 choosers. What do they need to know? What's coming up for them? Oh, that would have been a lot of cards. Wow. I'm making a mess of things. I'm going to do that again. Surprise. Okay. A disappointment will be followed by a pleasant surprise. An invitation could bring love to those searching. Wow. Okay. So if you're recently or have just recently gone through something that you weren't expecting, that new moon energy is very likely in play because it brings plot twists and surprises. You might be a little bit discombobulated as a result of it. This is sort of like fear not. There's something better on the cards. That blessing in disguise energy, right? It looked like a really bad thing that showed up for you, a disappointing thing, something you weren't expecting. But usually when that kind of thing shows up for us, it's because there's something much better on the other side of it that we might not have leaned into, looked at, if this harder thing hadn't happened, or this truth bomb for some of us that could have been delivered where you're like, wow, didn't see that coming. And now I'm feeling some kind of way about it. I feel like this is like, don't worry, because there's something better, really, is all I need to say here. And it does say it could bring love to those searching. So being open to romance and connection coming your way. All right. You know what's interesting? I'm just going to say it. I'm learning to just say the things that are coming to me, whether they make sense to all or not. I have the song Bad Liar in my head. I'm wondering if some of you did get a truth about something that you didn't know, and you found out that somebody was a liar of sorts or was deceiving you in some kind of way. So obviously that won't be for all of you, that message, but general, so it may resonate with some of you. Strategy in the reverse. Ooh, door to spirit, but it's coming out on the side of challenge. So there's definitely some missing pieces here. Whatever this thing was, whatever this surprise that you weren't expecting, this disappointment, has really bowled you over in a way, just based on these first 2 cards. With door to spirit being the challenge, it's sort of like being closed off to higher mind and wisdom, and strategy being the reverse, suggesting needing some sort of strategy to move forward from here, or the one that maybe you had, or the concept, idea, blueprint, or the things that you thought did get turned upside down for you, and it's just not working, and you can see that now. Yeah, okay. So we've got the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel in reverse. That's exactly what I was just saying, that door to spirit, because it's in the river. It was in the reverse. I'm just showing you what it looks like upright. Needing to open up to spirit, to higher mind, to the universal energy, intuition really needing to be cultivated for you, listening to yourself right now. But I feel like there's definitely this energy of some of you with this disappointment and surprise that showed up for you, that I just feel like it sort of knocked you over in a way, literally, metaphorically, like, I didn't see this coming. How could I have not? Almost maybe beating yourself up a little bit for some of you. But there is wisdom as a result of this situation. There is something, someone better on the other side of it, but it is requiring you to strategize differently, to look at things differently, and to connect to your intuition, right? And this is suggesting that you haven't been, and it's time to reconnect to that. Give yourself some space to do just that. Because whenever these kinds of energies show up for people, it's because it's available to you. You won't be blocked from it. Nice. The sun. Yeah. Feeling like, okay, now I have received this wisdom. I do see that what this disappointment ended up being a blessing in disguise, and it put me towards someone, something that's much better for me now, and new. It brings a new emotional beginning where there's much more joy and happiness. Very much connected to that. I definitely get the sense that for some of you, you might have been disappointed in a romantic connection. I didn't see that coming. I didn't know this about that person. I just get this energy of being lied to, because that Bad Liar song in there, right? And it's like sort of like this committed thing, this concept you had, this blueprint for this relationship situation was breached, and it was broken, and now it's sort of like having to go back to the drawing board and being in some sort of heartache and pain around this, where you're feeling cut off from your own intuition, your own wisdom. And it's sort of like Spirit's highlighting that so that you can get back to that, drop down into your heart, make these connections, connect to your spirit guides, your wisdom. It definitely feels like it's got something to tell you, to show you. It almost feels like there's this weird energy of like, it's almost going to connect you to a new person. And I feel like intuitively, you're going to be able to understand the directions you need to go to meet up with said person. I don't usually get that specific with these, because they are general reads, and I like to do more with just the energies, but definitely feeling like that's the truth for someone. Overall, the main energy is there has been disappointment, things that you thought looked this way or that you thought you knew. I feel like there's been some sort of truth bomb or discovery that has come to light that has caused you to feel very disconnected from yourself, your heart, your wisdom, your spiritual energy. But this energy, there's this big message here of do not worry. We've got guidance and wisdom for you, and it's going to bring you into that sun energy of feeling really centered, emotionally fulfilled, and bringing a new beginning where there will be a lot of emotional fulfillment. And it starts whenever you're landing on this, but this week for you guys. Okay, I've got one more card here to pull. I feel like I've been rambling. I hope that's not the case. If you chose message when I do apologize. I'm definitely feeling like there's multi-layered messaging, that for some it's looking like this, and for others it's that. But it sort of just feels like this is an invitation to bring about a new beginning. And, maybe it's been really hard, this thing that came to light, and has definitely knocked you off your axis a bit and made you feel like, even like for some of you, like, can I even trust myself? But it's sort of like, fear not. This was always meant to happen. It's, what it is? It's that tower moment in tarot where everything kind of comes crumbling down, but it's for good reason, because you're about to build something much better in this, where there's a new beginning with creativity, passion, emotional fulfillment. And it definitely feels connected to somebody, for many of you. Yes. Okay. Discernment. Look beyond immediate appearances. This is why there's such a strong message to connect to your spiritual energy, your spirit guides, higher mind, opening up that crown chakra. Look beyond immediate appearances. Okay. So this makes me feel like some of you have not connected to this truth just yet, but you will be. And I think that there has been a niggle, maybe you've been ignoring it. Using your wisdom and discernment, you naturally have this message one, or it wouldn't be showing up, but there is a disconnect from it. So you kind of embodying that Lynx energy where you're using all of your senses and you're really feeling through. Your spidey senses are on point, and or they're about to be, so that you can understand that things are not always as they seem, because it feels like Spirit's redirecting you towards something and someone much better. Look beyond immediate appearances. Yeah. It's also sort of like you're missing a little piece of the puzzle here, and we want to guide you to what that is so that it all clicks together. You're like, oh my gosh, I see it now. I've got to pivot. I'm going to go this way. This is just not what's best for me. That's getting kind of deep for a weekly. But it definitely feels like this is the week where this sort of energy is going to be majorly at play. So my advice to you, message one, would be to give yourself over to it. Take some time, especially at the start of this week, to make this a priority, to really connect in, because you've got the capacity to see the truth about something if you haven't already, and make different choices and pivot. And it's going to bring you into this beautiful new beginning energy, the sun shining on you, good things coming your way as a result. All right, guys, I am going to leave that there. I hope that you all have the most amazing, beautiful week. Take care, guys. Hello, message two. What do my beautiful message twos need to know? What's showing up for them this week? Assert yourself. Go for what you want. The time is right for soulmate connections. Birth of a child also likely. Wow. Okay. So being really open and receptive to meeting new people this week, or you may have recently connected with somebody who is going to be a soulmate. And if you're feeling that energy, it's right. Trust it. But also just, going for what you want and asserting yourself, putting yourself out there in some kind of way that's going to bring you massive benefit and good connection, kindred spirits, like-minded people. And that last little bit, birth of a child, also likely. If some of you have been really wanting that for yourselves and it hasn't been happening, this could be the week where that starts to take off for you, where you're getting confirmation from Spirit, like this is going to happen for you and the time is ripe. But we'll see what else comes out with that. Oop. There we go. Wow. Okay. I can't get this to stay in there. There we go. We got it. I also feel like, that on a really simple level for some of you, general, not going to be for all of you. It's might be like, if you were asked out on a date this week or something to that effect, or you meet somebody and you have this desire or urge to ask them out, it's like a yes from the universe. Say yes to this person. It just also feels like for others, there's just a lot of romance in the air. Ooh, angel of strength. Okay, fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael, and that is the heart chakra, and this is coming in the side of challenge. A magician in the mirror in the reverse. The garden and the gate in the reverse, which is actually a really good card to see in the reverse. Okay, I definitely feel like the message here for more of you is to get out of your comfort zone and really do assert yourself and put yourself out there, because you could meet a love interest, a romantic partner, a kindred spirit that is going to be a game changer for you in so many different ways. Very, very well connected, good for you. But with this card in the challenge, oh my gosh, Raphael. I'm just kind of messy today. Sorry, guys. The heart chakra being closed down. This makes me feel like maybe some of you have been burned and hurt, and it has caused you to put up some blocks around your heart, which is blocking you from meeting really powerful and positive connections, especially by way of love. But I feel like for some of you, this is also just trusting people in general. So you're going to really want to look at that. Maybe do some heart chakra meditations. Talk to yourself like you would a best friend and somebody that you really care about, because it does feel like being overly guarded, lest you miss this opportunity to go for what you want and that understanding that there's really good timing right now to meet a soulmate. Needing to stay strong in that, right? Having lost a little bit of strength, I almost get the sense that maybe some of you have been really hurt, not just romantically, but just having this energy of so many people have let me down over and over and over, and I just don't have the strength to deal with that happening to me again. You do, but I feel like this is the universe's way of saying it's not going to. You have been set up for a comeback in this kind of energy and area of your life, and we want you to open your heart and be ready and understand that you're deserving of this, and that it was all just about divine timing, lessons learned. You've attained wisdom. That's another thing I'm feeling with this strength card, that maybe you're not realizing you can really lean on at this time to move you forward and take you to where you want to go, towards the right people and situations. Because, with the Magician in the mirror here too, there's an imbalance. Right? If it's upright, we're saying it's time to bring ourselves back into balance. And this is the piece of advice here from Spirit, suggesting that this is where you want to go with your energy. You want to regain strength and open that heart and say, okay, I am willing to put myself out there to take these risks and take a chance on love and connection. And I definitely think it's because a lot of you have had a hardship around this. Again, because the universe is telling me the timing is right, and I could really meet good people, situations that are going to benefit me in the best possible way. And for some of you, have had your heart broken, maybe trying to conceive a child, or have had fear that will never happen for you. I feel like Spirit's saying it is, but you need to stay strong and keep your heart open to possibility, to trusting into timing, to really being balanced again. And then you see this thing happen. Also here with the garden and the gate, typically when it's upright like this, it's, Spirit's way of saying to you, we see you contemplating, we see you wanting to go out, venture out, assert yourself, put yourself out there, but you're not doing it. You're staying in your comfort zone for fear that she's staying on this side of the gate, and where she knows, where she feels comfortable, what she knows. This is, I'm just going to be here. This is comfortable to me, even though my desires are out there. There's that fear. But when it comes out in reverse, it's suggesting that you're ready. You can trust it. It's time to get out there. It's time to put yourself out there. There's such good timing for you at play. There's new beginnings. The possibilities for you, it feels like, are endless message too. And just really beautiful, perfect timing for soulmate connections, romantically and otherwise. It's sort of like we see that you have this fear around this, and we know it's because of things that have happened in your past. That's not going to be the case for you this time. Message 2, which is kind of a bold statement, but it does require you to clear that heart space, let your guards down a bit, find your inner strength and balance again, and just be willing to step a foot outside of that gate into the unknown a little bit. It's sort of like there's this energy of take one step towards the gods and they'll take 10 towards you, like towards your destiny, your future. It's that kind of energy that I feel for you guys. But you must assert yourself. Be willing to stretch your comfort zone a bit here in this way. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong deck. All right. Monkey. The situation calls for adaptability and innovation, right? And that makes a lot of sense. And this energy always brings about creative thinking, and it really does require us to be more of that monkey energy, where I'm just curious, so I'm going to go check this out. My creativity is stirring, and I just want to see what's up, right? It's sort of like leaning into the energy of curiosity killed a cat, but in this situation, it's not going to. The curiosity is going to lead to good connection, better things, inventiveness, new beginnings, all that kind of great stuff. The situation calls for adaptability and innovation. So yeah, ingenuity, really needing to step outside of your comfort zone. I would say message 2, that is the main message for you this week. This is the week to do it. You are being guided towards good people, situations, potentially love interests, family expansion of some kind for some of you. but it does require you to keep your heart open, find balance and strength and trust. Even though you can't predict how it's all going to turn out for you, it's like the timing is right. And this is like a gift I feel like you're being given as far as the energy is concerned, being ripe at this time. So lean in, say yes. I feel like Spirit's got your back in a very big way at this time, message 2. All right, I'm going to leave that there. I hope that you guys all have the most amazing, beautiful week. Take care, guys. Hello, message 3. What do my beautiful message 3s need to know right now? What's coming up for message 3, please? Future. You may travel or host an overseas traveler soon. Either way, great social fun awaits. Okay. So it's sort of like there's a couple messages with this one. It's like looking to the future with kind of bright, doughy eyes, with excitement and joy, and knowing that there's going to be a lot of movement, whether it's literally going to travel. So this would be confirmation that yes, you should, it's going to happen, but also just metaphorically moving forward, a new beginning. There's so much of that kind of energy in the air for all of us being offered to us to take the bait essentially and make changes, move forward, do something different, create a new beginning, moving forward in all kinds of new directions. And it feels like this is really highlighted for you guys this week. And social fun. So this is always like a heads up from the universe that if you get an invitation to social events, this is the week to say yes to it, because it's sort of like the divine is at play. There's probably going to be connections made, and like it's like destined events where you want to, you don't want to miss these connections that are made, or what results from you saying yes to these social things. Yeah, great social fun. Really lean into that. All right. And then I really didn't touch on the part that it does say that, you might host an overseas traveler. So if you've been hoping or wanting and had a desire to bring somebody who doesn't live anywhere near you around, or you've been hoping that you could connect in that way, I feel like this is also confirmation that's very likely to happen. I don't know that it necessarily means that will be that they will show up this week, though they could. But for others, just maybe that you might get confirmed that they are coming at some point. Okay, door to personal healing and happiness. It's in the reverse. Man holding a heart. There is a lot of love, romance, and like intimate connection showing up this week. Wow, financial constraints. Okay, reverse. And woman holding a coin in the reverse. Okay. All right. This is making me feel like my message 3s have really been through it, and there is a lot weighing on your mind and heart. It's quite heavy. Fear, stuck. Nothing's happening for me. Nothing's been working out the way that I would want it to. And this man holding a heart challenge in here. This could be that you have a long distance relationship for some of you, and you just have not been able to make it happen because of lack of money or fears around lack of money. But for others, I feel that you've been through something that's been quite difficult, and there's more healing needed to open that door to happiness for you. And then to add another layer to this is that there feels like there's financial constraints holding you back from changing and morphing this energy around. As this says, movement, travel, great social fun awaits. I feel like this is the energies that a lot of you have been in, stuck, fear around finances. I'll never be able to go to that place, move forward with this because I have a money issue. And then I've also got this problem when it comes to love and connection, feeling really like nothing's been going your way, or the universe is definitely not on your side. The way that this is showing up is suggesting to me, look again, that there isn't, oh, I put that the wrong way. There is another way forward. You're not as trapped as you think you are, that the timing is really ripe right now for you to move forward towards something else. And it's going to be connected to social events. All the more reason to say yes to it. It almost feels like it's like that, what's that serendipity? Like if you go and you say yes to going to some things where you're going to meet other people, it's going to open doors for you to help you see you through your situations when it comes to difficulties in connection, love, and finances, all of the things. It almost feels like for some of you, by saying yes to social things and putting yourself out there in some more ways, that there's this fated event that will take place, and it's like divine intervention, where it's like a lot of things have just not been happening for me, and I'm really in some concerns around money and finances and love, and just feeling like, almost like I'm at the end of my rope and all these things just have not been working out for me, and I get this feeling of defeatedness from some of you. But I really do feel like there's a very big fated event that wants to happen for you. But it is going to require you moving forward and putting yourself out there and saying yes to multi-layered things. But because there's this duality here in this energy, I do think for some of you, there's like this long distance relationship, and it's been difficult, and it's been hard to make it happen and connect and see each other. And a lot of this is due to finances. We can't make this happen to get you here. All of this could start to turn around for you guys this week, where it's going to happen, or you see the way forward, or there's something financially that shows up for you that says, okay, we can make this happen now. We've got the financial stability to get you here, or to get me to you. All these messages are bringing two messages this week, which I find really interesting. And that's the same with message 3. A lot of duality here. It's sort of like your message is kind of screaming, where there's a will, there's a way. You have not come to it yet. You have not seen it, but you will. But it does require you to be a little bit open, to relax your energy a little bit, let go of worry and fear, because Spirit is bringing you something that's going to help with this situation. Look at this courage. Ask for what you want. Yes. Okay. I feel like this says it better than I could have. Lions are also related to the heart space. And we've got man holding a heart there. Ask for what you want. Having the courage to ask for what you want. This is really a good energy for me to utilize, or to capitalize on, rather, what I was trying to say, which is I feel like there's something fated. And if you ask for what you want in a social situation, it doesn't necessarily have to be, it could be just a person, you're going to receive what you need, but you must have the courage to ask for it, to speak it out. This is how I want things to look. This is what I want. I want this person to be able to come to me. I want to be able to travel with them. I want to move forward. I need help financially so that I can start to heal and move towards that happiness and joy that has been eluding me for far too long, it feels like, for many of my message 3s. But you must be willing to ask for what you want. It feels like what I've been trying to say is that the helpers are around. They're about to show up for you. Those that can help you with these kinds of things and make it happen for you are around. And so needing to be open to it, like this fated energy that they're going to show up for you, and they really do want to help you. It just feels like there's going to be a big turnaround from all this. I don't know how. This has been hard. This has been heavy. I feel stuck. For some of you, romantically and emotionally, and for others financially, or both, or just not being able to make things happen and connect to that long distance love or person's relationship. But I really feel strongly that many of you have a fated event of some kind, or a meeting, something serendipitous, where that person, these people that you need, are going to be given to you. They're going to show up for you, but you must be willing to ask for their help. I hope that makes sense. I feel like I've been all over the place with message 3, but it feels like there's a multiple layers to this message. Hopefully you get the gist. Yes, either way, this is a good time to be open to connection, to meeting new people, and to finding the courage within to ask for what you want, because I really feel like you'll receive the help that you need. I'm going to leave that there. And I hope that you guys all have the most amazing, beautiful week. Take care, guys. Hello to my beautiful message force. What do my message force need to know this week? What's coming up for them? Okay, we got a card that fell down. Travel. Oof. Long distance communication will open up your life. Exciting experiences for singles and career advancement for others. Ooh, so on the most basic mundane level and in a metaphorical sense, movement of any kind is going to be a good idea, but quite literally, some of you could see travel that leads to really good things. So being open to saying yes to things that might bring about some discomfort within you, because maybe you have fears around, how am I going to do this, or really should I do this? I feel like the answer to that is yes. Long distance communication will open up your life. Exciting experiences for singles and career advancement for others. Yes. So that long distance too, that's a key element too. Like it could even be like reconnecting with somebody from the past who's moved away. For others, it really could just be communication that you wouldn't have expected to have with someone or a group or with a situation. But being open to this is going to be a really good idea for you guys this week. Nice. Community. Upright. This is very much connected to a new community, a new way of being, a good one too, right? Which is, I think, is all the more reason of saying yes to things that might feel a little bit weird or uncomfortable, especially if it's out of the ordinary for you. Where you're like, I never would have thought I would have talked to this person about that situation, or going in this direction. It feels like that, a new and really positive community coming your way, or the potential for it if you're willing to say yes to this kind of energy, to something different. It definitely feels like it's going to be out of your comfort zone for some of you. Look at that, rest and rejuvenation. And it is in the challenge position. And it's really funny, right? When we've got travel here, community, really wanting to feel whole and good and have a new beginning and move towards better things and experiences, potentially meeting a new love interest and all the things. This is making me feel like literal travel could bring about the rest and rejuvenation that you need, which then seems like a small thing that it gets the ball rolling with you meeting a new community, a new person, all those things, but been a challenge for you. Maybe overworked, exhausted energy, not making you a priority. Time to say yes to this, right? To rest and rejuvenation. Maybe you've even been talking yourself out of travel or a vacation of some sort because you feel like you just don't have time. But it feels like this is Spirit's way of saying it's not only going to bring you the rest and rejuvenation that you need and deserve, but it is a catalyst event. It is a serendipitous event. This is the word, I think, for this week with this energy that's going to bring about new connections, new community, and new people. In all good ways. Look, cornucopia. Right? That's like blessings coming your way as a result of this movement, of this communication, of you giving yourself over to rest, rejuvenation, potential vacation, travel. It brings in a cornucopia of all good things. And I'm noticing the number 11, which is like a gateway for a new beginning. I really feel like you're being bolstered and maybe that's not the word, nudged towards saying yes to some sort of travel, vacation, moving in a very different direction because it's going to lead to so many good things. Right? It's like your ship's coming in. Abundance, blessings. And I feel like it's not just, a financial thing for my group 4 choosers. It's definitely by way of, I feel blessed to have met these people, to move towards this career, to have connected with these people, to have been led to my person, romantically. Really good energy here. Ooh, okay. Deceit. I think this may be the issue at hand here, the block to being open to communication and opening up your life and saying yes to new things for yourself. because you've been deceived, or perhaps you are just reeling from having been deceived about something. The truth, a truth that came to light that was destabilizing, unexpected, hurtful, and you could be fearful of this energy and being deceived again in some kind of way. So maybe you are holding yourself back, blocking yourself from really good things and this new movement and this new community. I feel like that's just Spirit's way of saying to be mindful of this and not carry this energy forward with you. But for others, I want to just quickly say, if you have had a fear, a doubt, a concern, a niggle within you in any way that you're being deceived by somebody, this is like, it's almost like a separate message. This is your heads up from Spirit to trust that and to move in a new direction, recover from this, and move forward towards something else, something better. That's what's literally going to be on the cards for you in doing that. You know, I'm compelled to look at okay. I had this urge to look at the deck. Like I just kept feeling like, look at the deck, look at the deck, look at the bottom card, which I don't do all the time. Broken heart. This is what I think some of you are recovering from or dealing with, this kind of energy. And it's a big block to positive connection, new experiences, and just a new direction in all kinds of ways towards all kinds of better people, situations, things. Recovering from a broken heart, having been deceived. So if you have not come to this energy, message 4, and you have had a niggle or an inkling, an intuitive hit, you're right, you're accurate, I feel like. But it's time to move away from it, move out of that energy and say yes, because you've got a cornucopia of beautiful things waiting for you on the other side of this dissonance and difficulty, as well as positive community, new directions. But you must give yourself over to this rest and rejuvenation. You deserve it. It's so needed, and it's going to lead to so many new people and situations that are going to be so much better for you, where there's abundance and joy and love. I know how that's easy for me to say. It's hard to do. But yeah, feels like this is what's acting as a big block for a lot of you. You've coming into some sort of a truth that was really, really hurtful. And as I said, for some of you, this just might be your heads up from the universe to start trusting that niggle and really make the decision to move in a new direction. One where there's much, much, much more beauty, joy, happiness, love, good people, situations. I feel like a new romantic partner for some of you. Look at this, abundance. You are provided for in all ways. Abundance. Cornucopia 100% leads into abundance, and abundance of all good things. And with the cornucopia card, it's never just one thing like finances. It's like abundance of good people, communities, situations, love interests, just really feeling fulfilled. But there's this massive energy about walking away from somebody who has not been the best for you, who has been deceptive, who has been that, who has lied, who has broken your heart. And for some of you, I really feel like you're coming into this knowing and understanding, and you might first have to deal with that through this rest and rejuvenation. And for others, I think that you've been trying to heal and move through that. And the time is ripe to start shifting and like create and cultivate a new foundation under your feet, a new beginning in a very different direction. The messages for these weeklies have been a lot deeper than they normally are. Yeah. Oh, I just realized I have the other deck turned upside down. So you know what? This one says determination. You know where you are going and you will get there. That's like trying to swim against the current, and it's been really hard. And Spirit's like, stay determined. We're starting here. We really needed you to see the truth about a person, a situation, so that we can move you in the direction of your destiny, of the fated life that is much more fulfilling. But we must keep swimming, right? Just keep swimming. It's like that energy. All of this week's messages have had like 2 messages within each message and have been very deep. You are no exception here, message 4. I really do hope that you give yourself over to some rest and rejuvenation, healing out this brokenhearted energy, or coming to to actualization or realization of something that you've had a niggle about, because you've got a major new beginning that wants to start for you, a new direction that the universe is pinching you. It feels like really hard to move towards and to stay determined that it is going to be great for you in the long run and lead to amazing, abundant things. Okay, I am going to leave that there. I do hope you all have the most amazing, beautiful week. Take care, guys.